Hello, Braves. I'm back with some more nuggets of advice that we received this week when we went on a site visit downtown to a private equity firm. And we were discussing interview strategies, interview tips, and I wanted to take a minute to share those with you. So one of the first things we asked were, what are some common questions maybe that you ask in interviews, or what should students be prepared for? First, make sure you have an elevator speech, about 60 seconds rundown of your story down for any interview situation. That is so important. Number two, be prepared with an answer for interview questions such as, give me an example of a time that you handled a challenging situation and what the result was. Because again, they want to see your resiliency, how you handle adversity. And then the third was, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So again, thinking about those long-term plans, goals, growth that you're hoping to see in yourself personally and professionally. Those were some of the things that they said you can expect. I thought this tip, it seems small, but it really is a big deal in the long run, is they express, do not forget to send that post-interview thank you. Truly, it could be a make or break situation in a scenario where a company is considering hiring you. So never fail to do that, because you have to think, if you have 10 people applying for this job and 9 of them send a thank you and you don't, you're standing out for the wrong reasons at that point. So regardless of the situation, whenever you have an interview or an opportunity, send a post, just a follow-up thank you. We also discussed resumes and what's important to have on the resumes. And I loved what somebody in the room said, is they said, remember this, your resume gets you in the door and that's about it. From that point forward, you have to be able to show and speak to your skill set. And when we followed up and said, well, what skills specifically are the most important for a career in finance, or in this case, in private equity? And they said, 1, going back to adversity, how you handle adversity. 2, patience. 3, mental agility. 4, curiosity. You always have to be willing to learn and find answers and find new problems that you can solve. Communication is key, especially as you're working to build new partnerships and funds. And then finally, work ethic. Again, that is something that you own, that comes from you, that you are contributing to the company and its goals and to the team's goals. So they said, again, just think about that, as your resume gets you in the door, but from that point forward, it's who you are and those skills you bring. And the final tip for today is, they said, again, accept no's graciously. Because you're not always going to get yeses and opportunities that you seek, but you never know who your resume or who your name might be passed off to in that professional circle. So if you get a no, don't be disappointed. Take it as a learning opportunity, and know that maybe your name or your resume might be passed off to another recruiter, to another company, because you might not have been the right fit at that particular company that you were interviewing for, but maybe they know somebody that you would be a great fit.